It's really sad to see that, like, as a collective, we can't critically think anymore because everything is so black and white. When you have pretenses about certain entities or things, you will mold situations to fit your belief system because that's what's comfortable for your brain, right? So let's say your pretense is ICE bad, protester good, right? Even if a protester did something wrong and the agent responded accordingly, your mind is going to mold that situation to fit what your brain wants to see and hear because that is what's comfortable. Similarly, if your pretense is ICE is good, protesters are bad, you could see an ICE agent do something completely unethical and your mind is still going to allow you to mold it to where, no, it was justified because the protester had no right to be doing this. Had no right, yes, but ethical and necessary, no. So that's why pretenses, especially in politics and purity politics, is so dangerous. If you look at Renee Good and what her family and loved ones are saying, yes, she is divorced, and yes, she has lost custody of 2 out of her 3 children, which goes to tell me that she has always been a very irresponsible person who didn't make good choices. And it also tells me that she's put other things before the life and well-being of her children, kind of like she did that day when she knew what she was doing was illegal. Now, if you do the same deep dive into the officer, you will see that just 6 months ago over the summer, he was run over by a protester and he was injured very badly. He needed 30 stitches in his leg from being dragged by the car. So upon using my critical thinking skills, I can confidently assume that because of what just happened 6 months ago with the same group of people and the same weapon, yes, he responded hastily, but that was probably out of reaction from what just happened over the summer. And especially when in the video, you can see that she had no intention of stopping the car. She put it in reverse and then she put it forward when she should have been stopped and complied with federal agents. But that doesn't mean that he had a right to exert overkill on this woman. He could have aimed for her shoulder or her arm. He could have aimed for the 2 front tires. He could have aimed for the gas cap. I know it's far off, but he could have jumped out of the way and put out a warrant for her arrest rather than putting everyone at risk that was there, including himself. My point is that these kinds of situations are never black and white, and us seeing 7-second clips on social media doesn't give us jurisdiction to know exactly what happened as if we were there. It seems to me like there are numerous reasons for both parties for doing what they did that day. I do hope that the agent faces the music for responding what I think was way too hastily and shooting way too quickly. But I also hope that the American left takes this as a lesson that you are not invincible. For the past year, you have shot at ICE agents, shot at their vans, lit their cars on fire, threw bricks at their heads, have tried to run them over. Again, those cases are in the hundreds. So eventually, yes, they are going to retaliate. You cannot empathize your way out of accountability. Renee was far too young to have a justifiable passing. And I do hope that she rests in peace, and I am praying for her family and her friends and her loved ones. But as a woman who is so desperate to become a mother, I would never put myself in the position for my family to lose me, whether that be to jail or to death, because those were her only 2 options. And either way, that was her choice. And I am not going to pretend that I care more about her life than she even did her own. And you guys pretending like you do is so incredibly dense.